best that I am able to do when I'm working with students and I know that sensitive topics will come up as either part of the training itself or from my experience, sensitive stories have been shared when we're talking about this, is no surprises. I may say, hey, tomorrow our 3 p.m. session or our 3 p.m. topic is going to be ACEs, and we do discuss a lot of things related to abuse, assault. If you do not feel comfortable participating in this, let me know. We can find another way for you to engage and get the information you need out of this. But be flexible and let them know up front as best you can.
We also are really careful with the types of pictures that we use. We don't want to use a lot of visual images that might create re-traumatization. And we really model the whole trauma-informed care approach, right? So as we're doing it, we're saying this is how you would lead this. This is what you would practice when you're having these conversations with your clients. And some of the big things that we stress is really giving time. Don't introduce this topic when you're rushing through it. Give it time for conversations so that conversations can be closed too. So there's nothing that's remaining open as much as possible in that conversation. And then allowing space for silence. Sometimes silence is okay. And so we use silence very carefully in our trainings when we're talking about those sensitive topics so that people can reflect, for people can, if they're starting to have some escalation, can de-escalate. We talk about breathing exercises, and periodically through some of those different trainings, we will stop and actually just have everybody take a deep breath. Our practice a self-care habit during that conversation. And so I think those are really critical pieces. And part of that is because we want to make sure we're giving the right safe space for discussions of these sensitive topics, but we also want to model how they can actually take that out into the community as they're doing that work.
When I think about some of the virtual activities we do, one of them within ACEs is regarding sharing their experience in doing the ACEs test and also the resiliency test. Now, they're able to do these tests by themselves, and then when we come to class, they share them. And what I find so dynamic about it is how we create a feeling of an atmosphere of trust and comfort, so people feel free enough to share those results, because they can stir up some emotions that people thought they dealt with. But when they do these tests, they realize that, wow, this still does affect me. So in doing that sharing, we're able to really support one another because we're all going through a journey, just at different stages in that journey. But hearing what people have gone through and how they've created a resilience pathway to navigate that space has been really powerful and supportive and uplifting, because sometimes when people are going through a thing, they think it's just them. So when you're thinking it's just me, you don't feel the hope. You can get through it. But when they hear and see that there are more people out there going through some of the same challenges and how they came through them, has been a powerful restorative space for people. And that activity is one that brings that to fruition.